Hey everyone, for today's video, I decided that I'll be talking about HAZUKI rather than the King's Banner first. I think it'll probably be more interesting to hear anyways. The banner lineup with HAZUKI is obviously horrendous. Besides her, the top banner units include Ginzo, Tamae, Sanji, and Sakuramura. None of these are even worth going over. They're all outdated units that are beyond niche. You can maybe get away with using Sanji for nuking, but that's about it. As for the only good banner unit though, HAZUKI. For her kit, she's a light human, and her slots are 6-star physical, 5-star physical, and 4-star support and defense. They're not the worst slots in the world, they're really good for what she does. LB6 isn't too impressive, although the defense slot on LB7 is solid in the endgame, but I'd hold off on using expert LBs. For her skill, it has a 12-second CT, and for 10 seconds, it reduces the enemy's damage resist by 20%. This is an insanely solid skill. Its duration is nearly active infinitely, meaning that you'll have a damage resist debuff on the enemy pretty often, which is really nice. For her arts, it does 20,000 light damage physical. She permanently increases all allies' physical damage by 30% per use, up to 150%. This is another good art for her. She can provide an insane buff to the entire team, similar to Grey. It does take 500 arts to max it, but it'll definitely be worth it. Next is her true art. On the first use, she enters third eye for 2 minutes, and then when she's using third eye, it does 55,000 light damage physical, and for 30 seconds, all allies get 130% arts damage and 30% damage resist. This is probably one of the most busted true arts in the game. It gives an unconditional 130% damage for the team, and then 30% damage resist for free, which is quite literally busted. As if the 150% physical damage from her art wasn't enough, this will boost an entire team to a total of 280% damage, which is obviously insanely strong. It is unfortunate that the modifier is pretty low, so if you want her to do some damage, you'll need to use her super art, but that isn't a huge problem since it'll be buffing the team so much. As for her super art, it does 120,000 light damage physical, and for 15 seconds, all allies get 50% accuracy, and then reduces the enemy's light resist by 100%. This is definitely an interesting super art. The AoE accuracy, although niche, it'll definitely be nice in some of the harder quests, and it being for the entire team is a huge plus since most accuracy buffs these days are directed towards a single unit. The light resist debuff is massive as well. This will allow not only HAZUKI but other light units on the team to deal massive amounts of damage. For her passives, when she's in regular or true third eye, she increases her damage by 100% and arts by 5 a second. If all allies are above 90% HP when she activates third eye, she enters true third eye instead, and then gets 100% accuracy and attack. She also gets 100% paralysis resistance. An extra 100% damage for herself is huge, as is the 5 arts a second. She'll total out to 380% damage with her art and true art buffs, which means she'll put out very large numbers. The passive arts definitely helps her as well with the 500 arts that she needs to fully stack her art, rather than having to completely rely on others for arts gauge. The additional 100% attack is solid considering she didn't have any other built in, and paired with her high damage buffing, she can put out even higher numbers. The 100% accuracy is also pretty nice, equaling out to a total of 150% accuracy with her super art. It pretty much means she can hit nearly everything in the game unless it isn't meant to be hit. The paralysis resist is nice as well. For her true weapon, it's a 5-star physical. It does 10,000 light damage physical, and for 10 seconds she increases her damage by 50% and then light allies damage by 30% with a 50-second CT. And for the passives, when it's used by HAZUKI, it increases her stats by 20% and arts by 100 when entering third eye, as well as 5% skill CT recovery. It's pretty safe to say that this equip is a must-have for her. Not more so that she's not as good without it, but this will really make her reach her max potential. The reason being that it not only gives her self damage, but others, and that's a fairly rare buff to get from a physical equip, and it'll definitely be good in nukes even if it's not being used by her. The 100 arts after entering third eye is nice to get her into stacking, or closer to her true art as well. The stats up is nice for her too. Overall, it's pretty easy to see that HAZUKI is a pretty strong unit. I'd definitely put her at like top 10 or 12 units in the game. She provides so much to the team, including a ton of damage and damage resist, and not only is she buffing the team a ton, but with her regular and true third eye buffs, she can become an insane DPS herself. On nearly every mono light team, she's going to help out even more with her light resist debuff, and true weapon active effect too, so there's that. I could understand if you're going to want a pity for her, but after thinking about it, I don't think I will be. I'll most likely be saving for Star God Lisa and Jay. She's 100% worth at least a 50 summon, so be sure to do that. As of now though, we don't know if there's going to be an ALK banner for her, but as we've seen with the recent 6 stars, they've all had an ALK banner. If there is an ALK banner, I'd definitely suggest doing it for the chance to pull her. I know that I will be if there is one. Anyways, that's it for the video. Let me know if you're going to be going deep for her or just doing a single 50. Also, let me know your thoughts about her down below. If you did enjoy the video, I'd appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.